Good evening, everyone. So today we are covering a session on verbal ability. This is collection of questions on parajumbles and summary. So we'll start in 2 minutes time. So I was telling you a minute back, today's session, the verbal ability 3, is about parajumbles and para summary. For every question, I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes to read, to comprehend, to answer. It's a mixed bag of questions, mostly from CAT 2020 and 2021. A mixed bag of questions between para jumble and para summary. So here's the first question. Read instructions first, then read. You will probably have to read a lot of this stuff twice to be able to answer. Go on, read, comment your answer. For DI, for verbal ability, always attend lecture from a desktop, laptop login, web browser basically. It happens sometimes if there's network fluctuation. Let me just check network speed. Yes, network speed is down a little bit. Give me a second, I'll refresh it. Now you will see in the improvement in network. Is it fine now? Is the display okay now? Are you able to hear and see? Are you able to hear me and see the screen clearly now? Is the visibility better now? I have restarted the modem a couple of times. The screen is blank right now. अभी डिस्प्ले आया? Visible now? Chalo. Let us start. People who are joining late, guys, good evening. आज के शीट में there is para jumble, para summary. There are close to 20 questions. First question is on the screen. Read instructions, comment your answers. Start. In para summary, every passage will have 2 or 3 key parts of information. There is going to be a one main idea. In para summary, you should be able to see all those 2 3 key points and main idea. One of the biggest trap in para summary is जो paragraph का sentence है, it will be given in the answer option as it is. Because you see the same language, आपका दिमाग में बत्ती जलेगा, this should be the answer. Same language, same sentence should not be there in summary. Typically speaking, one paragraph is usually 80 to 120 words. You need to capture the meaning of that passage, essence of that passage in 40, maybe 30 to 40 words. That is 1 to 2 sentences. So comment your answer. I will read everything. I'll explain everything. I'll try to reach an answer for you. Good. More people, comment your answers. Good. Should I start? All right, I'm starting now. Very good. The passage given below is followed by 4 alternate summaries. Choose the option that best captures the essence of the passage. McGurk and MacDonald, 1976, reported a powerful multi-sensory illusion occurring with audio-visual speech. They recorded a voice articulating a consonant ba 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 and dubbed it, with a face articulating another consonant ga ga ga. Even though the acoustic speech signal was well recognized alone, it was heard as another consonant after dubbing with incongruent visual speech, that is da da da. तो ये क्या बोल रहा है अभी तक? I have read 3 sentences. Every full stop is end of a sentence. So I have read 3 sentences. What is being said? 2 people have done some research. They have reported. They have reached some conclusions. What is their report? Multi-sensory senses. Hear, smell, touch, view, our senses. Multi-sensory illusion occurring with audio-visual speech. They are recording the audio. The audio is saying ba ba ba. But the video, the face is saying ga ga ga. But a person who sees the video and hears the audio, the person hears da da da. Even though it was very clearly recorded as ba ba ba. Ba 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 is very clear. This is in the video, ga ga ga. But a person who sees the video, listens to the audio at the same time, that person hears da da da. The illusion termed as McGurk effect has been replicated many times, and it has sparked abundance of research. This thing has been shown to happen, has been replicated, has been repeated many times. And there is very well established research after this. The reason for the great impact is that this is striking demonstration of multi-sensory integration. What is this example of? This is example, demonstration of multiple senses coming together, multiple things mixing together, where the auditory and visual information is merged into unified integrated percept. Precept means what you are seeing, what you're perceiving from it. So I'm looking for something that captures everything. In such questions, 1 or 2 options are very clear to negate. 1 or 2 options are very close to negate. Observe. When auditory speech signal does not match the visual speech movement, the acoustic speech signal is confusing and integration of 2 is imperfect. अब ये अलग अलग signals की बात करें, auditory speech signal and so on. Yes, it does not speak about the effect itself. It does not speak that it has been replicated many times. It does not talk anything about multiple senses. We'll come back to this. When quality of auditory information is poor, here the passage very clearly says the acoustic signal was very well recognized. Acoustic means audio. Acoustic audio was very well recognized. So audio signal अच्छी quality का है. It is not poor. 2 is definitely not there. The McGurk effect, which is a demonstration of multi-sensory integration, has been replicated many times. C looks like the summary of the last 2 lines or last 3 lines. This effect, the name has been used, McGurk, yes. It has been repeated many times, yes. But what is the effect is not given. C is very close to a summary, but it is not the summary. Let us keep that in mind. 4th, visual speech mismatch with auditory speech can result in the perception of entirely different message. यही तो बोल रहा है. ऑडियो में बा 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 दिया, वीडियो में गा 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 दिया, और देखने वाले को डा 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 सुनाई दे रहा है. So this is clearly the visual mismatch, auditory speech mismatch leads to a different message entirely. तो 4 में अभी तक बातें सही चल रही हैं. This illusion is known as McGurk effect. Captures everything. Captures the whole passage. 1 क्यों negate कर? Let us go back to 1 more time. Let us go back to 1 more time. When the auditory speech signal does not match the visual speech movement, the acoustic speech signal is confusing and integration of two is imperfect. कैच तो ये भी सब कर रहा है, बट द ओवरऑल मैकगर्ग इफेक्ट का नाम कहीं भी नहीं आया. देखो एक और चीज, वन मोर थिंग. द अकूस्टिक स्पीच इज नॉट कंफ्यूजिंग. द अकूस्टिक स्पीच इज नॉट कंफ्यूजिंग. द रिजल्टेंट ऑडियो वीडियो इंटीग्रेशन इज कंफ्यूजिंग, नॉट अकूस्टिक स्पीच. अकूस्टिक स्पीच इज वेरी क्लियरली रिकॉग्नाइज्ड. तो इस सेंस में ये वाला स्टेटमेंट गलत इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा है आपको. द अकूस्टिक स्पीच वॉज वेरी वेल रिकॉग्नाइज्ड. यहां पे क्या बोल रहा है? अकूस्टिक सिग्नल स्पीच सिग्नल इज कंफ्यूजिंग. Acoustic signal is very clear. तो यहां पर आपका 1 बाहर गया. Only option available is D. Now if I say the difficulty level of cat is 5 today, this is difficulty level 4 at the best. 2023 का difficulty level अगर 5 है पर्बल का, this is level 4 at the best. Answer is 4. Option 4 is true. Option 4 is correct. So read instructions. You have 2 minutes. Always try to identify the opening sentence. क्योंकि एक बार opening sentence आपको मिल गया, the others will either try to justify the information, or you can look for pronouns, or you can look for this, that, which continue the information. तो आपको linkage मिलेंगे. In CAT, these questions are always theta. Since 2019, even before that, maybe 2018, parasymbol questions have been theta always. तो उसमें ना बहुत ज्यादा दिमाग लगाना नहीं है. You spend exactly 2 minutes, not more, और जो मर्जी पड़े आंसर लगा देना है. Even the best people I know, best at verbal, have 60% to 70% accuracy overall as well as in parasymbol. 100% accuracy is very, very, very rare. 2 minutes. Read. Comment answer. Only I can see your charts. There is no point in worrying. गलत है, सही है. That is okay. Okay, let me start. ऐसे क्वेश्चंस में पैराजम्बल में विदाउट स्टॉपिंग रीड फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट टिल द लास्ट नॉन स्टॉप. एक कोई जरूरत नहीं फास्ट पढ़ने की, मीडियम स्पीड पढ़ो. The work is more than the text. For text only takes on life when it is realized. And furthermore, realization is by no means independent of individual disposition of the reader. जो वर्क है, कौन सा वर्क हमें नहीं पता, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है वर्क को पहले इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहिए. कोई वर्क है वो टेक्स्ट से बढ़कर है. इट इज नॉट जस्ट टेक्स्ट, टेक्स्ट से आगे है. टेक्स्ट में तब जान आती है, टेक्स्ट में तब लाइफ आती है व्हेन इट इज रियलाइज्ड. जैसे आपके सामने कोई हैरी पॉटर का कैसल डिफाइन कर रहा है, तो वो कैसल आप कैसे दिखोगे, इट विल डिपेंड अपॉन योर इंडिविजुअल डिस्पोजिशन. तो जो रियलाइजेशन है, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द इंडिविजुअल रीडर. उसका खुद का डिस्पोजिशन कैसा है. द कन्वर्जेंस ऑफ टेक्स्ट एंड द रीडर ब्रिंग्स द लिटरेरी वर्क इनटू एग्जिस्टेंस. And this convergence is not to be identified either with reality of the text or with individual disposition of the reader. Convergence of text. Convergence का मतलब है सेम पॉइंट पे पहुंचना. तो टेक्स्ट का और रीडर का सेम पॉइंट पे पहुंचना मीन सेम कंक्लूजन पे पहुंचना, सेम एक्सपीरियंस पहुंचना, is not to be identified with reality of the text or with the individual reader. मतलब दोनों की मिलीजुली एफर्ट होगी. जो टेक्स्ट है एंड द रीडर, दे बोथ विल, द एफर्ट ऑफ बोथ विल लीड टू द कन्वर्जेंस ऑफ टेक्स्ट एंड द रीडर. फ्रॉम दिस पोलैरिटी इट फ्लोज. दिस पोलैरिटी, भाई कौन सी पोलैरिटी? दिस पोलैरिटी. इट फ्लोज दैट लिटरेरी वर्क कैन नॉट बी कंप्लीटली आइडेंटिकल विद द टेक्स्ट और विद द रिलेशन ऑफ द टेक्स्ट, बट इन फैक्ट मस्ट लाई हाफ बिटवीन द टू. किसी पोलैरिटी की बात कर रहा है, किसी पोलैरिटी की बात कर रहा है. द लिटरेरी वर्क हैज what? Literary work has two poles, which we might call artistic and the aesthetic. The artistic refers to the text created by the author and the aesthetic to the realization of the accomplished by the reader. आपको ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये एक आइडिया इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहा है, कह रहा है कि लिटरेरी वर्क में दो पोल्स होते हैं. दो पोल्स. व्हाट आर द टू पोल्स? एक जो आर्टिस्टिक ने लेटर्स के फॉर्म में डाला है, टेक्स्ट के फॉर्म में डाला है, और दूसरा एस्थेटिक जो कि एक रीडर रियलाइज कर रहा है. रीडर बेसिकली ये पैसे सा बोल रहा है आपको कि ऑथर और रीडर का वर्क साथ में आएगा तो लिटरेरी वर्क का इफेक्टिवनेस होगा. अब देखो, क्योंकि सेंटेंस 4 इज इंट्रोड्यूसिंग टू पोल्स, टू पोल्स, और ये पोलैरिटी, दिस पोलैरिटी, फ्रॉम दिस पोलैरिटी इट फ्लोज. 4 and 3 आर अ मैच्ड पेयर एंड 4 लुक्स लाइक अ ओपनिंग सेंटेंस. अब अगर 4-3 है तो इट कैन बी 4-3-1-2, इट कुड बी 4-3-2-1. अब आप 2-1 के बारे में सोचो, 1-2 के बारे में सोचो, विच वन शुड कम फर्स्ट? द वर्क इज मोर देन द टेक्स्ट. वर्क, कौन सा वर्क? लिटरेरी वर्क. तो ऑब्वियसली बात है 4 के बाद 3 आएगा, बिकॉज 3 में लिटरेरी वर्क की बात किया है और लिटरेरी वर्क ही ये है. इसको बोलते हैं इको सेंटेंस. ये सेम इंफॉर्मेशन को रिपीट कर रहा है, लिटरेरी वर्क को दोबारा रिपीट कर रहा है, एको कर रहा है. तो आपका डेफिनेट हो गया 4-3-1-2. अब 1-2 कंटिन्यूशन देखो आप. द वर्क इज मोर देन द टेक्स्ट. द टेक्स्ट ओनली कम्स ऑन, टेक्स ऑन लाइफ व्हेन इट इज रियलाइज्ड and furthermore and so on. The convergence, देखो, the convergence of text and reader brings the literary work into existence and this convergence is not to be identified with either work and so on. तो ये हमें ending sentence लग रहा है. The correct sequence should be 4-3-1-2. Confirm your answers. वन और टू ऑलमोस्ट सेम बातें कर रहे हैं. जो सेंटेंस 2 है वो एड अप कर रहा है फर्दर जो 1 में कहा, उसे और एलैबोरेट कर रहा है. 4 3 1 2. आपने लास्ट वाले मिस किया, दैट इज ओके. पहला आपने आइडेंटिफाई किया, दैट इज फाइन, दैट इज ओके. ये प्रैक्टिस करो. लास्ट वाला क्यों मिस हुआ आपसे. 4 इज क्लियरली द विनर फॉर द फर्स्ट स्पॉट, क्योंकि 4 इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहा है एक न्यू टॉपिक को. लिटरेरी वर्क में दो पोल्स होते हैं, एक एफर्ट ऑथर की होती है टेक्स्ट के फॉर्म में, एंड सेकंड एफर्ट इज ऑफ द रीडर, जो कि उस ऑथर के एफर्ट को रियलाइज करता है, अपने एज इन विजन में लाता है. गुड. ट्राई दिस. Try this. Try to identify the first sentence. बहुत काम मिलेगा, बहुत हेल्प मिलेगा आपको इससे. At this stage, I can see the speed is at couple of Mbps upload and download, so it should not be blurred. Is the screen blurred? Others confirm. Let me start. Let me start this. What is being said? A popular response is the exhortation to plant more trees. Exhortation means किसी को urge करना, request करना to plant more trees. It seems all but certain that global warming will go above 2 degrees. Quite how high, no one knows. ग्लोबल वार्मिंग से टेम्परेचर 2 डिग्री से ऊपर जाएगा, बट हाउ मच हाई, नो वन नोज. बर्निंग देम रिलीजेज इट. बर्निंग देम कौन, ट्री. तो 3 विल नेवर बी द ओपनिंग सेंटेंस, क्योंकि देम बोला है तो पहले ट्रीज को डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा, ट्रीज के बारे में बात करना पड़ेगा. बर्निंग देम रिलीजेज इट. इट मतलब कार्बन की बात कर रहे हैं, या CO2 की बात कर रहे हैं, मे बी कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की बात कर रहे हैं. which is why the scale of forest fires in Amazon basin last year garnered headlines. This is because trees sequester carbon dioxide by absorbing carbon dioxide. तो देखो क्लियर सी बात है, 3 has to come after 4. क्योंकि ट्रीज को डिफाइन कर दिया, ट्रीज कार्बन रखते हैं, सेव करते हैं, बिकॉज ट्रीज सेव कार्बन, व्हेन यू बर्न देम इट विल रिलीज कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. सो 4 and 3 आर अ मैच्ड पेयर, 4 and 3 आर अ मैच्ड पेयर, और 3 वैसे भी आगे नहीं आना था आपका. अब क्योंकि ये देखो इट सेज दिस इज बिकॉज, 4 भी आगे नहीं आना. सो आइदर द स्टार्टिंग सेंटेंस इज 1 or 2. आप देखो which one should be the starting sentence, which one is giving us a major goal or a major idea. It seems all but certain that global warming will go beyond 2 degrees. How high we don't know. तो ये बता रहे हैं ग्लोबल वार्मिंग होगी, द वर्ल्ड इज गोइंग टू हीट अप. तो उसके रिस्पॉन्स में व्हाट डू पीपल डू, दे रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन टू प्लांट ट्रीज. 2 1 4 3. दिस विल बी वन ऑफ द easier ones. छोटे छोटे sentences हैं, you are able to connect them, you are able to connect it, you are able to connect carbon dioxide here. 2 1 4 3, absolutely, very good, very good. Everyone should get involved in answering these questions. Try this. Oh, summary में ABCD ने लिखा है, I'll write it down for you. This is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. C, B, and A. Go on, read. Comment answers. Let us read. Developing countries are becoming hotbeds for business innovation in much the same way as Japan did in 1950s onwards. They are reinventing systems of production and distribution and experimenting with entirely new business models. Why are countries that were until recently associated with cheap hands now becoming leaders in innovation? Driven by a mixture of ambition and fear, they are relentlessly climbing up the value chain. Emerging market champions have not only proven highly competitive in their own backyards, they are also going global themselves. क्या क्या पढ़ा हमने? Business innovation, who countries? Developing countries, and further innovation in what? Production and distribution. They are experimenting with new models. These countries were seen as cheap labor, cheap hands earlier. Now they are becoming leaders, not only in their own backyards, but they are going global also. So globally, they are seeing as competitions as well. And how are they driven? They are driven by ambition to grow and fear. Fear of what? We do not know yet. We do not know what fear. Developing countries are being forced, they are being forced to invent new business models which challenge old business models so they can remain competitive domestically. ये क्या बोल गया? Domestically. मैं अगर आगे की बातें ध्यान भी छोड़ दूं, it says they want to remain competitive domestically. Here they are going global themselves. A is gone. Innovations in production distributions are helping emerging economies compete with countries to which they once supplied cheap labor. So B makes a lot of sense. B, innovation in production distribution. Yes, production distribution is helping emerging economies. Emerging economies are developing countries compete with countries to which they once supplied cheap labor. So I feel up tak B has covered everything so far. Competition has driven emerging economies, once suppliers of cheap labor, to become innovators of business models that have enabled to move up the value chain and go global. Very good. तो देखो बी से एक कदम और आगे चला गया. बी इज अ गुड समरी बट इज नॉट कंप्लीट. यहां पर देयर इज अ टॉक अबाउट वैल्यू चेन एंड गोइंग अप द लैडर. गोइंग अप द लैडर वो सारा कवर कर दिया इस सेंटेंस ने. Everything has been covered in this. So among the ABC, C looks best. Let us go for D. Production and distribution models are going through rapid innovations worldwide. Worldwide. पूरी दुनिया का बात हो रहा है या डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज का बात हो रहा है? Developing countries. D is gone. So C is the best summary, guys. C captures everything that was there in the passage. डेवलपिंग इकोनॉमी की बात कर रहा है, इनोवेशन की बात कर रहा है, प्रोडक्शन की बात कर रहा है, सप्लाई चेन की बात कर रहा है, मूविंग अहेड, मूविंग अबव इन वैल्यू चेन की बात किया, चीप लेबर का बात किया एंड गोइंग ग्लोबल का बात किया. तो सी कैप्चर्स एवरीथिंग. सी टॉक्स अबाउट एवरीथिंग. लेट अस चेक फर्दर. सी इज आंसर. सी इज आंसर. This is A, B, C, D. Read, start. 2 minutes you have. Right now, you guys must be appearing mocks and looking at your scores. What I want you to understand is solving RC1, RC again. Your thinking goes down. You are not able to focus. Everything after this is a whitewash. आप भले sequence change कर लो. You might solve the fourth RC in the beginning, but solving RC back to back is not a good idea, guys. If you are not very comfortable with verbal ability or in general English language, you should start with 1 or 2 VA questions, then go for a RC. आप अगर अभी अच्छे मूड में है, फ्रेश माइंड में है, देन यू स्टार्ट विथ अ आरसी, देन गो विथ 2 VA, देन 1 RC, 2 VA, 1 RC. ऐसा पैटर्न रखोगे, योर माइंड विल स्टे fresher as compared to the earlier strategy, as compared to RC, RC, RC. It will slow you down, it will tire you soon. और ये इसमें टाइम मैनेज भी अच्छा होता है. ऑलवेज कीप पैराजम्बल्स फॉर द एंड, ऑलवेज, क्योंकि टाइम देना नहीं है. टीटा क्वेश्चन है, यू आर नॉट श्योर ऑफ आंसर्स, बहुत गलतियां होती हैं. सो पैरा समरी आगे कर लो, फिल इन द ब्लैंक आगे कर लो, फिल इन द ब्लैंक थोड़े इजी होते हैं. ऑड वन आउट आगे कर लो. Keep parajumbles for the end. Try the strategy in couple of mocks. 1 RC, 2 VA, 1 RC, 2 VA, or 2 VA, 1 RC, 2 VA, 1 RC, in this manner. ऐसा करने से you can improve your scores. Good. Foreign peacekeeper often exist in a bubble in poor countries in which they are deployed. They live in posh compounds, drive fancy vehicles, and distance themselves from locals. This may be partially justified as they are outsiders living in constant fear, performing a job that is emotionally draining. But they are often despised by locals, and many would like them to leave. A better solution would be bottom-up peace building, which would involve spending more time working with communities, understanding their grievances, and earning their trust rather than only meeting with government officials. So, 4 sentences. First sentence is telling us peacekeepers, they live in a bubble. They live in a bubble. They live very posh life. Posh life. They travel in fancy vehicles, maybe have fancy clothes, and they stay away from locals. And the reason has been given, justification has been given, that they are outsiders there, they are in constant fear, they are performing a job which is very emotionally draining. But the locals, when they see such opulence, they are, because in a poor country, they are in a poor country. When they see these people driving fancy cars, spending so much money, staying among themselves, not mingling with locals, they resent this. They despise this. Who despises? Local people. They want them to leave. They want peacekeepers to leave. A better solution is bottom up. You spend more time with community, understand what the community's grievances are. Grievances means things they're not happy about, and earn their trust rather than meeting government officials. So peacekeepers, spending money, staying among themselves, not mingling with others, locals not liking them. These are the main ideas, key points. Locals wanting them to leave, and the solution has been given. Spend more time with local, build relations. The environment in poor countries, environment in poor countries has tended to make foreign peacekeeping forces live in enclaves. But it is time to change the scenario. speaks less than half of the paragraph, speaks only about the first one line. Peacekeeping duties would be more effectively performed by residents. There is no doubt about their duties. Nowhere we have talked about their duties anywhere. It is more about feelings of local people. Peacekeeping duties would be more effectively performed by local residents. Who is performing peacekeeping duties? Foreigners, outsiders. A and B are gone, guys. Peacekeeping forces in foreign countries have tended to be aloof. Aloof means आपस में मिलना जुलना या दूसरों से ना मिलना. Stay aloof, stay mystical. For valid reasons, yes, reasons have been given. But would be more effective if they worked more closely with local communities. Yes. C captures a lot of points. Maybe C is the answer. Extravagant lifestyle and an aloof attitude among the foreigners working as peacekeepers in poor country have justifiably made them or make them target of anger. Anger कहीं बात नहीं है. Dislike, despise की बात है, anger की बात नहीं है. Furthermore, this does not talk about the solution of the problem. What is solution of the problem? Get close to the local people, meet with them, create relations with them. So out of the four choices, the best one is C. First of all, why am I rejecting D? D up to this point is very good. Up to this point, D is very good. What is missing? The solution is missing. The solution of the problem is missing. Second, there is talk about despising the outsider of foreigners. There is no talk about anger or hate. Two reasons. C is the perfect answer, guys. C is the perfect summary. Everyone able to keep up? देखो, जब मैं पढ़ रहा था, in my mind I was breaking down that in smaller sentences. If I have a rough paper or piece of paper, maybe I will write down a couple of points. Try this. This is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Take 2 minutes. Comment your answers. Good. Maybe. Let us see. Let us see. We are looking for summary. We are looking for summary that captures the essence of the passage. The unlikely alliance of the incumbent industrialist and the distressed unemployed worker is especially powerful among the debris of corporate bankruptcies and layoffs. बड़े खतरनाक खतरनाक वर्ड यूज कर रहे हैं. Alliance means coming together, coalition, like different political parties coming together. Unlikely. So it is not natural, it is unlikely. They're coming together for some reason. Who are coming together? Industrialist and unemployed. Distressed. Who is distressed? जो परेशान है. Incumbent मतलब incumbent usually is word, let us say incumbent prime minister, president, who has been elected or who has been selected, जो बनने वाला है. So basically industrialist and unemployed का alliance unlikely है. Worker is especially powerful amid the debris of corporate bankruptcies and layoffs. क्योंकि इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट बर्बाद हो रहा है, बैंकरप्ट हो रहा है, और यूथ अनएम्प्लॉय हो रहा है, ले ऑफ हो रहा है. तो ये दोनों साथ में कैसे आ रहे हैं? दैट इज अनलाइकली. In an economic downturn, the capitalist is more likely to focus on the cost of competition emanating मतलब आ रहा है, उभर रहा है. जैसे खुशबू आ रही होती है अगरबत्ती से, दैट emanating from free markets than on the opportunities they create. Yep, now this is economic downturn, मतलब सेल नहीं हो रही है, रेवेन्यू नहीं आ रहा है, दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग. जो कैपिटलिस्ट है is more focused on the competition that is coming from free markets. क्योंकि फ्री मार्केट है तो आपको सब जगह से कंपटीशन आएगा, rather than the opportunity it creates. आप जब मार्केट ओपन करते हो, मार्केट इज ऑलरेडी डाउन, so there is going to be competition from free markets, not opportunities. And the unemployed worker will find many others in similar condition and with anxiety similar to his, which will make it easier for them to organize together. Basically, this sentence is talking about forming of unions, people coming together. जो unemployed worker है, he will find many people in the similar position, jobless, with similar anxieties. अगला EMI कहाँ से आएगा? Which will make them easier to organize together. So basically, coming people together. Using the cover and the political organization provided by the distressed, the capitalist captures the political agenda. ध्यान समझना. In this case, there is a poor fellow who has lost job. There is an industrialist, maybe who has gone bankrupt. ये दोनों साथ में आ गए. कैसे? थोड़ा ध्यान से. Here, the poor people are coming together. They are organizing together because they're all poor. They are in similar situation. They're in similar position. And the industrialist takes the cover. What cover? Like when you take cover, as in when you hide behind something. And the political organization provided by distressed. इन्होंने जो organization बनाया है. So industrialists will take over and what will capture the political agenda. So basically एक तरीके से mislead कर रहा है capitalist interests इनको by some means or by some reason. Let us read. The purpose of an alliance, unlikely alliance between industrialist and unemployed during an economic downturn is to stifle the competition in free markets. ये दोनों क्या साथ में आते हैं so that they can stifle means रोक देना, ग्रो नहीं देना. To stifle, to stop the competition in free market. क्या ये दोनों इसलिए साथ में आए थे? We'll come back to this. In an economic downturn, the capitalist uses anxieties of the unemployed and their political organization to set political agenda suit their economic interest. P, B में ये सारी बातें हुई हैं. सी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द अलायंस इज अनलाइकली. किसका? इन दोनों का, पुअर का, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट का. फिर ये बात हुआ है कैपिटलिस्ट किसके लिए वरीड है, जो कंपटीशन आने वाला है फ्री मार्केट से, वो सब यहाँ पर आई डोंट सी फ्री मार्केट एंड कंपटीशन और डिस्कशन. Then the poor people come together, they form organizations, they form unions. उनको कौन यूज कर? इंडस्ट्री यूज कर रहा है. तो बी captures a lot of that stuff, but I'm missing what part? Political part. An unlikely alliance of the industrialist and unemployed happens during an economic downturn, in which they come together to unite politically and capture political agenda. No, no, no. Here it says they are equal partners. The poor and the industrialist, they come together and they capture. They come together to unite politically and capture. No, poor is not same. Look at this. Look at the last line. वो बता रहे deceive हो रहे हैं poor. Using the cover and political organization provided by the distress, the capitalist captures the political agenda. C cannot be the summary, guys. C cannot be the summary. बाकी C में शुरू में देखो यहां तक, यहां तक, यहां तक, everything is fine. An economic downturn creates competition because of which capitalists capture political agenda created by political organization provided by unemployed. So either B or D are the summaries here. B or D are the summaries here. Comment your answers. Let us see what you guys are saying. Comment your answers. Why not D? D क्यों नहीं? Because it does not say economic downturn creates competition. Yahan tak, from here onwards, everything is right. From here onwards till the end, everything is right. Economic downturn creates competition. See, economic downturn was only discussion about capitalists and their views. It does not say it creates competition. In an economic downturn, capitalist is worried about competition from free markets. B captures everything, guys. And again, option D does not talk about the unlikely alliance. Unlikely alliance. The unexpected alliance. B, Bombay. B, Bombay. Good, good. ऐसे एलिमिनेट करना. इन पैरा समरी एक आध दो क्रिटिकल वर्ड होगा जो या तो गलत ढंग से यूज है, गलत जगह यूज हुआ है. दैट नेगेट्स द ऑप्शन फॉर यू. ए क्यों हमने बाहर कर दिया? बिकॉज दे आर नॉट ट्राइंग टू स्टाइफल द कॉम्पिटिशन. ऐसा कहीं नहीं बोला है कि कंपटीशन को खत्म करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. कंपटीशन आ रहा है फ्रॉम फ्री मार्केट्स. एंड ऑल्सो कौन परेशान है? कैपिटलिस्ट. नॉट बोथ. ए दोनों की बात कर रहा है. अनएम्प्लॉयड इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, दे आर बोथ स्टाइफलिंग. नो. पैराजम्बल, गिव इट अ शॉट. Take 2 minutes. Try to again find out main idea क्या है, opening sentence क्या है, what sentences are supporting it. फिर आपको आइडिया लग जाएगा फर्स्ट में कौन आएगा, फर्स्ट में कौन नहीं आएगा. The US has long maintained that Northwest Passage is an international strait through which its commercial and military vessels have the right to pass without seeking Canada's permission. Canada, which officially acquired group of islands forming Northwest Passage in 1880s, claims the sovereignty over all the shipping routes through the passage. The dispute could be transitory, however, as scientists speculate that the entire Arctic Ocean will soon be ice-free in summer, so ship owners will not have to ask for permission to sail through any of the Northwest Passage routes. The US and Canada have never legally settled the question of access through the passage, but have an agreement whereby US needs to seek Canada's consent for any transit. तो अब बताओ, ऐसा कोई सेंटेंस आपको लग रहा है which is talking about history? History. Why am I saying that? I understand the entire passage. What is a strait? Strait is a water body or a passage through water body. Strait of Malacca, Strait of Panama, and so on, so on. US कह रहा है इट इज इंटरनेशनल एरिया वाटर, वी हैव राइट टू पास, हमको परमिशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, वी डोंट नीड परमिशन. सेंटेंस 4 कह रहा है देयर इज अग्रीमेंट इन विच यूएस विल सीक कंसेंट. कंसेंट, कनाडा का कंसेंट एक तरह से परमिशन ही हो गया, एक तरह से परमिशन ही हो गया. थर्ड लुक्स लाइक अ सॉल्यूशन. व्हाट इज सॉल्यूशन? साइंटिस्ट लोगों ने बोल दिया इतना बर्फ पिघल जाएगा कि आपको कहीं से किसी को पूछने की जरूरत नहीं, आप गर्मी में निकल सकते हो, यू कैन पास इन समर्स. सो 3 sounds like a ending sentence. The first 3 are talking about a problem, 3 is giving me a solution to it. Now see, if I look at this chronologically, in terms of time, तो 1880 में हिस्ट्री में जाकर बोल रहा है कनाडा ने क्लेम कर दिया कि ये पूरा एरिया हमारा है, और उन्होंने ऑफिशियली क्लेम हम यहां से गुजरेंगे. And then the both have been used in sentence 4 which says officially इन दोनों ने कभी legally settle नहीं किया इस क्वेश्चन को, बट जनरल एग्रीमेंट था, चल मान लेते हैं एग्रीमेंट था that US will seek consent. Here we are giving historical data. कनाडा ने क्लेम कर लिया हमारी जमीन है, हमारा एरिया है, तो आप यहां से गुजरोगे नहीं, गुजरोगे तो परमिशन लगेगा. claims sovereignty over all the shipping routes. US कह रहा है कि हम तो गुजरेंगे बिकॉज इंटरनेशनल वाटर्स है. एंड द फोर्थ वन ब्रिंग्स बोथ टुगेदर कि इन्होंने कभी ऑफिशियली सेटल नहीं किया इस डिस्कशन को, बट ऐसा वर्बल एग्रीमेंट था, ठीक है कर लेना यूज, बट बता देना. 3 is giving a solution. 2143. 2143 guys. (2143) is the answer. What answer did you reach? Same answer. Very good. Very good. That is exceptional. Good. Very good. You also the same answer. Very nice. Very nice. तो एक क्रोनोलॉजिकल एलिमेंट था यहाँ पे, एक टाइम फ्रेम था यहाँ पे. ट्राई दिस. This is the kind of, I'll say, maybe even a passage or even a parajumble I will not fool around with. ऐसे ऐसे वर्ड्स हैं, एपोकल, रिकॉन्स्टिट्यूट, रिस्पॉन्सिबली. ना ठीक है, 2 ही वर्ड, 3 डिफिकल्ट है. गो ऑन, गिव इट अ शॉट, टेक 2 minutes. You have applied the same logic from the previous paragraph to this. आपने time का देखा and you have assumed that is the opening sentence. Yes? You said time period का बात कर रहा है. All right. Let me try. It may be correct. Others also comment your answers. Let us see your answers. Chalo. But today there is an epochal challenge. Epoch पढ़ते हैं इसको. Epochal challenge to rethink and reconstitute the vision and practice of development as shared responsibility, a sharing which binds both agent and the audience, developed word and the developing in a bond of shared destiny. बड़े खतरनाक वर्ड यूज करें. एपोकल का मतलब समथिंग दैट डिफाइंस अ टाइम पीरियड, समथिंग सो इंपॉर्टेंट इट डिफाइंस अ टाइम पीरियड. लाइक जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, युग को डिफाइन करते हैं, युग पुरुष, युग पीपल, युग पूरे काल को डिफाइन करते हैं. समथिंग डिफाइंस अ कंप्लीट टाइम साइकिल. सो हियर इट सेज देयर इज अ challenge that is going to define our time, a challenge that will define our time. What is the challenge? To rethink and reconstitute vision and practice of development as shared responsibility, sharing between agent and the audience, between developed word and developing word. So basically agent, developed word, audience, developing word in the bond of shared destiny. मतलब जो developed word के साथ में होगा, it will happen developing as well. ठीक है. वी आर एट क्रॉसरोड्स नाउ इन अवर विजन एंड प्रैक्टिस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट. ऐसा लग रहा है सुन के यही यही विजन और प्रैक्टिस की बात ऊपर हो रही थी. वन कैनॉट बी द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट. वी आर एट क्रॉसरोड्स. व्हेन वी से क्रॉसरोड्स मीन्स we have to make a decision, or maybe our vision is not matching with the practice of development. We are at crossroads. हम बुरे सिचुएशन में हैं. We are at a crossroad. Our vision is not matching the practice of development. So two sounds like an opening statement. We'll come back to it. This calls for. What does call? What calls for this? This could be a problem being solved. This could be a vision being explained. This calls for cultivation of an appropriate ethical code of being in our lives, which enables us to realize this global and planetary situation of shared living responsibility. देखो, situation where we are sharing a living and responsibility. So do you see यहां पर भी shared destiny की बात कर रहा है. Shared destiny की बात कर रहा है. तो I am sure 1 and 3 are connected. Here it is talking about shared destiny. Here it is talking about shared living. Half a century ago, development began as a hope for better human possibility. We created electricity, we created roads, we created engines, we created trains, flights, so that better human possibility is there. But in the last 50 years, this hope has lost itself in a dreary desert of various kinds of hegemony application. Hegemonic means controlling. Like China has hegemony on production. Unfair control. Hegemony is unfair control over something. So let us try to bring everything in one story. Let us try to bring all four in one place. Here, do you feel that second one is introducing the concept that, listen to the language. I feel second is introducing concept that our vision and practice of development are not matching. Then fourth sentence goes on to explain 450 साल पहले why did we start the development up half a century ago. Fourth option, half a century ago, how did we and why did we start development for better human possibility. But in last 50 years something happened because of which our vision was lost, our hope was lost, because others have started to control our applications, hegemony or applications. बट टुडे अब बोल रहा है कि 50 साल पहले जो था वो था. आज की बात देखो. टुडे you are at a position where the developing world and the developed world has to share the destiny. Global warming होगा दोनों जगह होगा, destruction होगा दोनों जगह होगा. And then third one goes on to give us a solution in a manner. All of this calls for action where there must be ethical mode or there must be ethical rules which enables us to live and realize our global lives. Have shared responsibility. 1 and 3 are definitely matched. 2, 4. 2, 4, 1, 3. 2 is introducing the main idea that our vision is not matching with our practice of development. 4 goes on to elaborate. 4 goes on to explain more on second point कि 50 साल पहले हमने डेवलपमेंट क्यों शुरू किया, ना होप दैट इट विल बी बेटर ह्यूमन पॉसिबिलिटी. But that hope is lost. It is lost now because various kinds of people are trying to control its applications. Development के application people are trying to control. And then one says, but अब बहुत हो गया. We are at a point where we have to rethink and reconsider our vision. मतलब नया विजन क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा अब इस पॉइंट पे, बिकॉज वी आर शेयरिंग द सेम डेस्टिनी. हु इज वी? द डेवलप्ड कंट्री एंड डेवलपिंग कंट्री. एंड थर्ड वन गोज ऑन टू फर्दर फिनिश ऑफ द फर्स्ट वन. दिस शेयर डेस्टिनी कॉल्स फॉर अ कल्टिवेशन ऑफ अप्रोप्रिएट ethical mode of being, so on. 2, 4, 1, 3. Guys, ये समझा? कंफर्मेशन. 2314. You want to test that? 2314. नहीं देखो, because see, while I'll tell you, I have been using one word. आप अगर पिछली भी लेक्चर देखोगे, इको सेंटेंसिंग, इको सेंटेंसिंग और शैडो सेंटेंसिंग. यहां पर शेयर्ड लिविंग रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की बात हो रही है, यहां पर भी सेम बात हो रही है. So in a manner, 1 and 3 are continuations of each other. What you are saying is we are at a crossroads, so this looks like a solution to you. I believe that is your reasoning here. अच्छा, many of you have reached the same conclusion. Okay, okay. बट ऐसा देखो, आज हम क्रॉस रोड्स पे हैं, बट ये प्रॉब्लम पुरानी नहीं है. वी स्टार्टेड विथ अ पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट. ऐसा देखो, नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव देखो आप. दिस इज नेगेटिव, दिस इज पॉजिटिव, देन 1 इज नेगेटिव. बस टाइम पूरा हो गया. अल्टरनेट नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव चल रहा है यहाँ पे. थिंक इन दैट मैनर. चेंज ऑफ टोन. This is current CAT level. If you ask me, sir, is it CAT level? Yes. Even by 2023 standards, it's absolutely CAT level. Try this. Answers? ऐसा बहुत रैंडम से पैराग्राफ उठाते हैं कैट वाले, and let us say these are the 4-5 sentences in that. कुछ कुछ सेंटेंसेस को वो डिलीट करते हैं, कुछ कुछ को वो एडिट करते हैं, देन दीज क्वेश्चंस आर क्रिएटेड. ये आपके मन में मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग है कि वो पूरा पैसेज उठा के आगे पीछे घुमा देते हैं. नो, टू मेक इट हैवी इन लैंग्वेज, वर्ड्स आर रिप्लेस्ड बाय सिनोनिम्स. Different connectives are introduced to help you in identifying the flow. Look forward. Look forward a few decades to an invention which can end energy crisis, change global economy, and curb climate change to a stroke. Commercial fusion power. तो ये आपको आइडिया दे रहा है. This is your idea. Commercial fusion power, we can expect that in few decades time, in future, in forward time, and this will end the energy crisis and change the global economy. To gain meaningful insights, logic has to be accompanied by asking probing questions. Probing questions, pertaining questions. क्यों होगा, कैसे होगा, कब होगा, ताकि हमें इन क्वेश्चन से मीनिंगफुल इंसाइट्स मिल पाए. Probing questions of nature through controlled test, precise observation, clever analysis. ये अलग ही बातें कर रहा है, पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. 1 and 2 are nowhere linked. The greatest of all inventions is the Uber invention that has provided the insights on which others depend, the modern scientific method. This invention is inconceivable without scientific method. This invention, कौन सा इन्वेंशन पता नहीं, this invention, कोई तो एक इन्वेंशन है, is inconceivable. आप सोच भी सकते हैं विदाउट मॉडर्न साइंटिफिक मेथड. यहां पर मॉडर्न साइंटिफिक मेथड को एक्सप्लेन किया, इंट्रोड्यूस किया. और क्या बोला है, ये इन्वेंशन नहीं है, ये ऊबर इन्वेंशन है. ऊबर इन्वेंशन मीन सबसे बड़ा इन्वेंशन है. ये इससे बड़ा इन्वेंशन नहीं हो सकता. जैसे होता है ना ऊबर कूल लोग, धोनी जी, उससे कूल कोई नहीं हो सकता. तो ये सबसे बड़ा इन्वेंशन है. यहां पे किसकी बात कर रहा है? दिस इन्वेंशन इज इनकंसीवेबल विदाउट साइंटिफिक मेथड. It will rest on the application of diverse range of scientific insights, such as the process transforming hydrogen into helium to release huge amount of energy. ये बात कर रहा है बेटा 1 की. 1 and 4 are matched pair, linked pair. 1 क्या कह रहा है? कुछ साल आगे, कुछ डिकेड्स आगे आप लोगों को ऐसा मेथड मिलेगा जिससे इकोनॉमी ठीक हो जाएगी, एनर्जी ठीक हो जाएगी, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग ठीक हो जाएगी, क्लाइमेट चेंज ठीक हो जाएगा. कमर्शियल फ्यूजन पावर. फ्यूजन यही तो होता है ना, हाइड्रोजन को हीलियम में कन्वर्ट करके एनर्जी निकालना. फिजन क्या होता है? फिजन जो एटॉमिक पावर है, तो भी एटॉमिक बॉम्ब है, न्यूक्लियर हम जो यूज करते हैं रिएक्टर्स, दैट इज फिजन. ये फ्यूजन की बात कर रहा है. सो ये डिफाइन कर रहा है फ्यूजन क्या होता है. ये so 1 is followed by 4. 3 is the introductory sentence जो बता रहा है inventions तो ठीक हैं, the greatest invention of all is the modern scientific method. अब what is modern scientific method? आपको सही सवाल पूछने चाहिए to reach at conclusions under controlled test and precise observation analysis. तो सेकंड में डिफाइन कर रहा है आपको व्हाट इज द मॉडर्न साइंटिफिक मेथड. फिर फर्स्ट में आपको बता रहा है कि अगर आपको ये वाला इन्वेंशन चाहिए तो फोर्थ में बता रहा है साइंटिफिक मेथड आपको लगेगा. कैसे कहानी बन के आ गई? हाउ आर दे ऑल कनेक्टेड? फर्स्ट वी स्टार्ट विथ व्हाट? फर्स्ट वी स्टार्ट विथ कि भाई सबसे बड़ा इन्वेंशन है साइंटिफिक मेथड. और साइंटिफिक मेथड क्या है? वी आर एक्सप्लेनिंग दैट इन सेंटेंस 2, स्टेटमेंट 2. देन वी आर गिविंग अ एग्जांपल ऑफ अ ग्रेट इन्वेंशन. पहला वाला ऊबर इन्वेंशन, ग्रेटेस्ट इन्वेंशन, देन अ ग्रेट इन्वेंशन. अब दैट इज ऑल्सो बेस्ड अपॉन साइंटिफिक मेथड. फोर्थ कंक्लूड्स ऐसा थॉट डेवलप करना आपको, ऐसा सोच डेवलप करना आपको। गुड, गुड। Let us try a few more questions here. Para summary. Try. I'm looking for something that captures the essence of the passage. Biologists who publish their research directly to the web have been labeled as rogue, but physicists have been routinely publishing research digitally, preprints, prior to submitting it in a peer-reviewed journal. The advocates of preprints argue that quick and open dissemination of research speeds up the scientific progress and allows for wider access to knowledge. But some journals still don't accept research previously published as preprint, even if the idea of preprint is gaining ground. One of the biggest barriers for biologists is how they would be viewed by members of their conservative research community. So basically, the main idea is preprint. What is preprint? What is a journal? जैसे आपने पढ़ा होगा American Journal of Science, the scientific journal. So let us say you submit a research paper. people who are from the same field, 4 or 5 people, will review that. They'll say, okay, it's good, it's proven, that is published in the journal. So when biologists, they publish their journal on web, they publish their research on web, they are called rogue. Who is a rogue person? Rogue person is somebody who does not follow rules, who does not follow the standards. Rogue ninja, rogue nation, somebody that does not follow the set path. So biologist जब करता है, they are called rogue. But when physicists do this, they upload their work digitally. This is called preprint before giving it to a journal. तो इनके लिए अच्छा है. Physicists, they keep on doing regularly. इनको कोई against नहीं है. What is the reason? What is the good point? Why should you upload this online? It is quick and open. It is easier for public to read that. तो आपका रिसर्च जल्दी स्प्रेड होगा, प्रोग्रेस ज्यादा होगा. इट अलाउज वाइडर एक्सेस टू नॉलेज. But journals means like publications, like I said, a few scientific journal, American Review, and so on, so on. They are still not happy. They don't want preprint material. If something has already been set on available on web, why will people buy from them? Why will people publish that in their own journal? So the idea is gaining ground. It is becoming popular. People are publishing more and more work online. But biologists are still facing the backlash from their own conservative communities. Preprints of research are frowned on by some scientific fields as they do not undergo a rigorous reviewing process but are accepted among biologists as quick way. Biologists accept करते हैं इसको quick way है? नहीं, definitely not. Compared to biologists, physicists are less conservative in their acceptance of digital pre-publication of research paper, which allows for faster dissemination of knowledge. Yes, P seems to have all the points. कि compared to biologists, physicists जो वो less conservatives हैं. Biologists are more conservative. So physicists are okay, हम digital डाल देंगे अपना research paper, and because of this, it is faster disseminated, distributed as a knowledge. While digital publication of research is gaining popularity in many scientific disciplines, almost all peer-reviewed journals are reluctant to accept papers that have been published before. अब सी में भी सब कुछ कैप्चर किया है, बट सी में फिजिसिस्ट और बायोलॉजिस्ट का नाम कहीं नहीं है. बी एंड सी मेक मी फील दे आर वेरी क्लोज ऑप्शंस. B and C make me feel they are very close options. बट यहां पे गड़बड़ कर दी इन्होंने, कह दिया ऑल जर्नल्स, ऑल पीयर रिव्यू जर्नल्स. हियर इट सेज सम जर्नल्स. इसकी वजह से आई विल नेग्लेक्ट सी. ये जो ना ऑल, ऑलमोस्ट, एवरी, नेवर, ये थोड़े क्रिटिकल वर्ड होते हैं. बी केयरफुल. आई विल रिजेक्ट सी फॉर दिस. डी. वन ऑफ द एडवांटेजेस ऑफ डिजिटल preprints of research is they hasten the dissemination process. Dissemination क्या चीज का? नॉलेज का लिखना चाहिए था. Dissemination नॉलेज का. ये बहुत जनरलाइज कर दिया आपने. But these are not accepted by most scientific communities. Most communities, some communities, some journals, some communities. D is gone. B is the answer, guys. B, Bombay. Captures the essence well, talks about everything. B, Bombay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Let us try a few more. Let us try this, and then we'll call it a day. Let us try this. A, B, C, and D. Give it an honest attempt. All right, let us test that. Creativity is now viewed as engine of economic progress. Is now viewed as. पहले था कि नहीं, we don't know. Creativity is now viewed as engine of economic progress. Various organizations are devoted to its study. किसका study? Creativity का study and promotion. There are encyclopedias and handbooks surveying creativity research, but this proliferating success has tended to erode the creativity's stable identity. That means people are trying to study and survey what is creative, what is not creative, and how it can help in economic progress. This studying has led to erosion means something that is like, when it's a soil erosion, soil is going away. Erosion means loss of creativity, stable identity. It has become so invested with value that it has become impossible to police its meaning. मतलब क्रिएटिविटी की वैल्यू की बातें हो रही हैं, बट उसकी मीनिंग की बातें होना बंद हो गई हैं. And the practices that supposedly identify and encourage it. Many people and organizations are committed to producing original thoughts, now feel that the undue obsession with the idea of creativity gets in the way of real creativity. Basically, creativity के बारे में बातें ज़्यादा हो रही हैं, real creativity कम हो रही है. People are trying to measure its effectiveness. People are trying to measure its impact on economic progress. तो लोगों का जो ऑब्सेशन है, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट क्रिएटिविटी अब नाम की रह गई. दैट इज व्हाट द होल पैसेज इज सेइंग. द ऑब्सेशन विथ ओरिजिनल थॉट, how it can be promoted and researched, has made it impossible for people and organizations to define the concept anymore. No, the concept is defined. What is creativity is defined, but the obsession has led to the lack of real creativity. तो ए थोड़ा सा मिसलीड कर रहा है. अदरवाइज ओरिजिनल थॉट इज क्रिएटिविटी. उसमें देयर इज नो डाउट. The value assigned to creativity today has assumed such proportions that the concept itself has lost real meaning. यहां तक सब बात सही हो रही है, आगे देखते हैं. And this is hampering the engendering of real creativity. Yes, that is what the last sentence says. कि real creativity के वे में आ रहा है. तो B talks about everything. We'll keep B as an option. B talks about everything. See, the industry that has built up around researching and what comprises and encourages creativity has destroyed creativity by the process itself. Does it talk about any industry? Organizations, yes. Industry, no. So C also is talking about similar stuff. C is saying the industry which was built upon around researching what comprises creativity, encourages creativity, has actually destroyed creativity itself. So C also covers a lot of these, I'll say a lot of the key points of the passage. Let us keep C also as an option. Creativity has proliferated to the extent it is no longer stable process. नहीं रे बाबा, creativity stable है नहीं, ऐसा नहीं बोला. Your obsession has led to that. Your focus on surveying creativity has led to that instability, not creativity itself. So answer is either B or C. C talks about the industry which was built around researching what is creativity and encouraging creativity has actually destroyed creativity. Destroyed का कहीं पे ऐसा वर्डिंग यूज नहीं हुआ है. They are hampering, they are in the way of creativity. Destroyed कहीं यूज नहीं हुआ है. So C is too critical, too negative. P is the right answer. Yes, yes, your answer is correct. Yes. Done. Done for today. I'll see you next week, Monday. If you are solving mocks, उसमें कोई issue है, start posting questions. Come meet me. We can meet online as well and have a discussion on mock performance and mock scores. Yeah. Good night. Done.